Hello.
Hi.
I'm Dustin.
Look at this box.
Your ringleader.
Is you?
Welcome. I forget what they say at the circus.
Yeah, because we so frequently go to the circus.
Well, I'm just thinking like, today, on the barrel.
Spectacular.
Ardbeg Spectacular. Islay single malt Scotch whiskey.
Oh, Islay.
Yeah, she's over there. So, I'm super pumped for this one. This is, I think, the newest Ardbeg right now.
Certainly don't look at me.
Yeah, obviously Ardbeg has been leaning into some marketing extravaganzas in their recent years and recent releases. Some people enjoy that, some people absolutely hate it, and I guess I could see kind of both ways. Like times when marketing gets out of hand a little bit and it's just like, it should really just be about the whiskey, you know? But if the whiskey doesn't suffer, you know, then who cares?
What? Somebody always cares.
Oh, yeah.
Did you already say Islay single malt Scotch whiskey, non-chilled filtered?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I didn't say non-chill filtered, but
Non-chill filtered.
that
I should
is-
really listen to you more when you're speaking.
you don't have to. It's fine.
46% alcohol by volume. A phenolic phenomenon. Introducing Ardbeg Spectacular, a distillery first, a rare spirit matured in the finest port wine casks and classic ex-bourbon. This whiskey binds together smoky peat with devilish sweet. Brave a sip and experience the flabbergasting flavors in this inimitable Ardbeg. I'm gonna need you to look that up at some point. Inimitable.
Inimitable?
Yeah.
Okay.
INIMAT.
Get off the stage.
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, I don't really want to read this whole backside because I feel like there's going to be some good hints in there about
Yeah,
what
let's
it's
just
like,
freaking
so.
break it open, man. Although you should have read all of that. What?
Wow. You just said, let's just break it open.
You should have read all of that in a ringmastered voice. You could be like Hugh Jackman, the Greatest Showman. Oh, hey, speaking of, if you like music, I do have a music channel as well. I sang a song from the Greatest Showman on it.
It's true.
If you want to watch it, you can. I'll put it down in the description. Okay, that's all.
Here we go. The bottle says the same thing that the box did.
Wow, exciting.
Got a little bit of a spinny dealy vibe.
Oh,
Oh, a little bit of... Very good. Can you push your glass a little bit onto the thing?
you don't trust that?
Nope.
I bet it'll still work if you...
I don't trust me.
That's fair.
Glug, 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 glug. Wow, it was so satisfying. Oh, a little bit of a dribble.
Is there anything better?
Yes.
Oh. So even for spending some, how much time? Is there any age statement on here? That's a good question. I don't think there is.
Smoky.
No mention of how long this bad boy has been aged.
I have such a hard time with Scotch not just smelling very much the same smokiness, especially Islay Scotch. That peat is so strong that like mouth open, mouth closed, drive by, close up, whatever the trombone smelling technique is that you've done before, it's always just... Now you have smelled so many more than I have, and so I do wonder, like, are you able then to differentiate a little bit better between them? Because for me, it's just Islay smoky peat all day.
So I think you absolutely would if you grabbed one
Right,
any
like
one
if
of those
I-
Ardbegs up there and we smelled it right now. I bet it would
We're
be
out of
different.
time for that.
Oh, I think sometime we should line up. We should do like a blind Ardbeg tasting. That'd be fun
Sure.
with all the ones because I do have a stupid amount of Ardbegs.
I'm gonna need you to lead this scent.
So, yes, Ardbeg Islay smokiness is there. Again, if you're not somebody who's accustomed to smoky whiskeys, you'll probably have this a similar reaction where you're just like, God, this is a smoky whiskey, you know?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like it's really hard to get past that and find some other nuance.
Absolutely.
Like, note.
Absolutely,
like
yes.
Banana or something, which is such a subtle thing on top of like a...
It helps me at least. Like, first sniff when you go into an Islay Scotch in general, like you're probably gonna it's gonna be a house fire, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least with you know, kind of any Ardbeg. And so I think if you kind of just keep going back into it, that, you know, your nose will acclimate to that and you'll start to hopefully get a little bit more.
I will say it's not too burny. Like it's like I can get a full whiff of this and not feel,
look at this.
you know, super overwhelmed. Okay, well you have a different level of tolerance than me.
Doesn't burn at all.
And that makes sense. I mean, it's 45%.
I thought it was 46.
46%. It's low lighting in here.
Kid can't even read. I do get a nice sweetness with this though, versus, you know, sort of a more peppery, phenolic Ardbeg.
They use the word phenolic on their actual label.
Well, phenolic, yeah. I mean, phenolic. I use that word when I try to talk about like almost a like rubbery type. No. There's more to this nose.
Is there?
It's
Come out with it already.
I don't know that I'm getting a ton of what the port cask might have added though. I was kind of hoping there was a little bit more berry in here.
Me too. So peppery. It's like somebody just like used the pepper grinder just like into my mouth.
Yeah, so I think the port only really shows up on the finish for me, and it's in the form of sort of dark, like bittery port. Like
I for sure get the bitter.
Port.
I don't get a ton of port.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, and that's unfortunate because I really love red wine finish Islay Scotches. Like my favorite is unfortunately a very limited bottle that is Long Row Red. That whole series, those are all limited edition releases. It's Long Row, and then they usually finish it in some sort of, you know, wine cask. I think only red wine, given the name red. That's really
I was peeking at the label now, and there's this note about antique leather, and I will say that after I've tasted it, did you smash a bug on your face?
I was trying to.
Oh my God. This like note about antique leather, I would not have picked that out of literally anything except now that I've tasted it and I went back to smell it again, I do smell that. And for sure it's a little bit of that power of suggestion, but I can now get that a little bit more that I've like gotten past the taste of it. I do like the flavor of it. Again, I am for sure not, you know, an Islay or other kind of Scotch gal on face value like you are. What an Islay Scotch gal you are. I think it's gonna take me some time and a lot more tastings to like have this be a go-to whiskey, or any Islay Scotches be a go-to whiskey that like I'm gonna ask you like, you know, to pour me one when we're sitting by the fire or hanging out or whatever, but I can appreciate it.
Good. My favorite time to have, and really the kind of only time I have Islay whiskeys, if they're smoky, you know, peated Islay whiskeys, is sort of like to end my night, you know? Like a before
Yeah, I don't
bed.
see anything following this. This is the final act.
Well, and of course, like not all scotches are
This
peated.
peaty. No, that's Springbank.
Or peated at all. Yeah.
At 46%, this is drinkable for me as somebody who would struggle a little bit on the face with the profile of this kind of whiskey. That having it be that lower proof makes it a little bit more approachable for me. I certainly wouldn't add water to this. Like, I don't think it needs that. Like, it's already at a really drinkable level. It's just whether or not you're into that, or you can like put yourself out on that plank to try it. Way more like char, smoky in the as it like remains on my palate after time.
Yeah, when you have a smoky scotch like this, I find that it has the same effect as having a cigar and then like, you know, the next morning.
Or like you're at a bonfire and your clothes smell
Sure.
of that. It's that smell, but in the back
it's
of your
as if you
throat,
stood
like,
right over the pit.
and
you're
just like, yeah. Okay.
My take on this spectacular version of Ardbeg, is it indeed spectacular?
Like, if you can't get it, do you think people should hunt for it and hunt for it?
I don't know that I would, no. I think that you would be just fine grabbing, honestly, even just the old regular 10, but the Corey Brecken, which is probably my favorite of the core Ardbegs. And that one I believe is sherry cask finished to some extent. God, see, now I just want to have this to compare.
No.
Sorry, maybe later.
We can't do that every time.
Okay, but Corey Brecken, or just the 10, you can easily find them one. They're not over $100. Well, sometimes. I've seen some like crazy, weird prices like all over, whether it's different online shops or even different shops around here in the Twin Cities. Like this Corey Brecken I can see sometimes for like $80 and I can see it for like $115. And I'm just like, what's going on? Don't have too much FOMO on this if you can't get it or don't want to spend that much to get it. I will say that my impression after having had, 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 different Ardbegs in my life, this definitely is a sweeter peatiness, a sweeter smokiness versus, to me at least, like I didn't really get that much peppery, like
I got that
ashy
right away,
smokiness to this. This was a little bit more like, honestly, the port came through after I sipped it for a little more. It presented itself in like a dark berry, almost syrupy infusion with the smokiness, which I really liked. It is a unique Ardbeg. Again, without tasting this right now, because somebody won't let me.
Well, you can make me dinner and then I will let you. Lucky you.
But I do think that this is a little bit nice, like red, juicy, like succulent smokiness. More so than this, from what I can remember. So I do like this, and I would recommend it again to a seasoned Islay Scotch drinker. I like it, man. Nice job.
Tune in next time, and Dustin will show you how to de-weed the backyard. He has a special technique that he's been waiting to showcase.
Yeah, no, that's true. I have a really special sprayer.